Hi, everyone, and welcome to this episode of the Lamudi webinar series, Quality and Sustainability, a new player in the industry builds both for the Filipino, in partnership with Island. I'm Lulu of Lamudi Philippines, and today we have here with us three panelists. We have Michael Cosiquien, Chairman of Island, Jess G, Chua, President of Island, and May Lopez, Vice President and Business Unit Head of Island. Welcome, everybody.
Good afternoon.
Hello.
Hi, Lulu. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. So to start off today's session, my first question is actually directed to Jess. So Island is a relatively new name in the Philippines developer market. Could you tell us a little bit more about Island?
Sure, Lulu. Island is the real estate arm of our group, ISO Holdings, Inc. The overarching theme in all our verticals is innovation and sustainability. So we're also present in other categories like cold chain logistics and telco infrastructure. But for real estate, we are bent on providing health and wellness to our future residents. And we bring our track record as a game changer in the construction and infrastructure field.
Perfect. Thank you so much for sharing. My next question is actually going to be directed to you, Michael. So what would you say is the vision of Island?
Thanks for having us, Lulu. Our business is led by core values of innovation, sustainability, operational excellence, and customer commitment. From the very start back in 2018, Island has always been driven by sustainability, designing future-proof homes that are resilient and promote well-being in our communities. We develop homes of the future and offices of the future.
Great, thank you so much for that. And my third, for you, May. So you actually have a few projects already in your pipeline. Could you tell us a little bit more about your current projects?
Okay, so all of our projects are going to be LEED certified. Our very first project is Island Bay Plaza. It is a premium office tower with a gross floor area of 25,000 square meters located at the MOA complex. We are very excited because we recently topped off the building and will turn over our units to our tenants by Q2 of next year. And then our very first residential project, on the other hand, is Island Residences Sukat. This is a community comprised of 6 mid-rise, 14-story buildings located along Dr. A. Santos Avenue in Sukat, Parañaque. This is also going to be the country's first mid-rise development to be LEED certified.
Great. So right now you're in the pre-selling stages in most of your projects, right? So my next question directed to Jess once again. So with the current situation right now, there are many out there that are really concerned about any physical appearances, right? This concerns the viewings, the contract signings, for example. So what has Island done in order to address these specific scenarios?
One of the first things we did was to review our plans to make sure that the designs of our projects are adapted and suitable to the new normal. For example, we reconfigured our Island Residences Tower 2 to cater to the more affordable market, with majority being one-bedroom units. Unlike most conventional one-bedroom units, Island's design actually provides balconies, for all our one-bedroom units. And this allows for more cross-ventilation and fresh air to come to the unit. In terms of our client-facing operations, we shifted to digital means of closing sales and performing transactions. We have introduced virtual tours, and we've beefed up our corporate website to allow for online payment gateways.
Fantastic. Thank you very much for sharing. All right. So my next question is back to you, May. So it seems that ever since the pandemic broke out, many developers out there started to increase their promotions, incentives, and discounts as well. Is this true?
Yes, but it has always been a mission of Island to democratize sustainability, to allow more Filipinos to really enjoy the benefits of a great design. That's why from the get-go, our prices have always been very accessible, even before the pandemic. But during the pandemic, we've offered flexible payment terms with good discounts and also very affordable monthly installments.
Great, thank you so much. So now going back to the topic of real estate as a whole, my next question will be directed to Michael. We'd really like to know your thoughts and your opinions on the real estate industry's current state amidst the pandemic.
So Lulu, right now, these are the worst of times. All businesses have been adversely affected by the COVID-19 pandemic. But we are fortunate that the nature of our businesses are geared toward addressing the needs and challenges posed by the new normal. Sustainable homes, logistics, telco infrastructure. Long before sustainability became a buzzword, we've already made it the guiding principle of our real estate developments. Now, we are seizing the opportunities as home buyers are recognizing the need for sustainable living in light of this pandemic. The benefits of sustainable living that we have long espoused have now gained more meaning as people realize its practical benefits.
Thank you so much for that. My next question will come back to Jess. So given this unique scenario and situation that we're in, how can one ascertain that the value of their investment would appreciate?
Well, I believe that the basic principles behind real estate investing remains true. Prime location, sustainability, and future-proof design, quality construction. All of these boxes have to be ticked to ensure that your investment will last and generate long-term returns. We here at ISOC are confident to assure our customers that all of these things are present in island projects. In my experience previously as an investment banker, real estate has always been a resilient asset class. And the Philippines remains a very attractive market, representing significant long-term upside potential.
Thank you so much, Jess. Coming back to Michael, it's been several months now that everybody's been dealing with this current situation. And it seems that Island's been cooperating and dealing with it quite well. Do you have any advice on what you've done to overcome challenges for other real estate players to learn from?
So Lulu, there's no secret. So it's always focused on providing quality product and excellent service. You also have to be agile in designing and planning your developments to adapt to the new normal. Because these are challenging times, it's good to extend flexible payment terms so your home buyers can invest worry-free.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. My next question will be directed to May. So all viewers looking for a home to own right now may be quite hesitant again on proceeding to the next steps, right? Mm-hmm. Do you reckon that this is a good time to invest in housing as we're really facing uncertain times and a current crisis?
A lot of people have been asking us that question, Lulu. And I think the answer is still a resounding yes, it's a good time to buy now as the ongoing offers and promotions are at an all-time high. You know, interest rates are also very attractive. So there are less barriers to invest. But still, I think one has to choose wisely where to put their hard-earned money. That's why Island is really about delivering homes of the future so that people and their succeeding generations can enjoy the investment they are making now.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. Now I'm going to go on and talk a little bit more about your sustainability, right? So you mentioned a little bit already about this. So you've started as a sustainable focused developer wherein all your projects are actually LEED certified, right? So I understand that you're also the first LEED certified mid-rise development in the entire Philippines. So this question will be directed to all of you. What makes a development LEED certified?
So Lulu, it's about being environment friendly. LEED is the best standard for this. For us, sustainability is not just a marketing term, but something that we live in. And that is the differentiator for us. Developing real estate with an orientation towards sustainability demands more attention to details, more careful planning, and a higher level of commitment to quality in terms of construction and actual product delivery. Developing real estate with sustainability strategies may be a bit more costly, but these are investments that pay off in the long run.
Also, I'd like to add to what Mike has been explaining. Being green also offers cost savings to the future residents. In the long run, it can actually translate to almost 30 to 40% savings on utilities, which is a very significant savings, no, for the Filipino families.
And also, I think all of that, right? And we're offering the package at a price point that most Filipinos can afford. So the ultimate reward really of creating sustainable homes and communities is realizing the positive impact on people's health and well-being and the welfare of the future generations.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. My next question for May. So I'm actually not very familiar with the process and steps to take in order to design a development to make it, if one would call it, consider it sustainable, right? Would you care to tell us how you went about this?
Okay, it's a long list, or it's a long process, Lulu, but indulge me, please. So when we were planning, we looked at the green building framework, such as what Mike said earlier, such as the leadership in energy and environmental design. This provided us a framework for healthy, highly efficient, and cost-saving building design. We adopted this in our construction, in our interior fit-outs, and in our operations. And well, moving forward or in the future, also in our property maintenance. We have designed our offices and our residential units with the end user in mind. So it's really focusing our plans and our design on the well-being and the comfort of the employees and future home buyers. Our residential units are designed with ample space that provides just the right degree of flexibility and adaptability, so people won't really feel cooped up inside. Our 2-bedroom units, for instance, have spacious balconies which can accommodate urban gardens in response to homeowners' desire to grow their own produce. The 2nd bedroom, in fact, can also be converted into a flexible space and a home office. So it can be a home office in the morning and then can be converted into a bedroom at night. For our windows, we use low emittance or low E window panels. These are high performance windows that reduce energy costs, reduce destructive UV rays, and yet they do not block the natural light to pass through. We are also very particular with the indoor environmental quality. So our building actually offers open corridors with an atrium. Further, 50% of our outdoor space was dedicated to amenities such as meditation gardens. We have fitness stations, jogging paths, swimming pools, and even a park for the pets. No, so all members of the family would really love and enjoy their hobbies and their leisure recreational activities in our amenities. Earlier, I also mentioned we've ensured energy and water efficiency in our buildings. This contributes a cost savings of, again, 30 to 40% in the long run. We have also employed rainwater recycling. Essentially, it involves collecting rainwater from permeable pavements or gardens or lawns. And then this rainwater passes through a filter which eliminates debris and is stored in a holding tank placed at the side of the building. This saved water can be pumped to places where it is needed in the future. So during the pandemic, we also added some features, innovative features, such as automatic faucets and soap dispensers, as well as waterless urinals in common comfort rooms. We also added HEPA filters in our building ventilation. and antibacterial coated light switches and door handles in our residential units. So that's how we've actually employed sustainability and sustainable planning in our design and in our projects.
Right. So it's not just sustainable as a whole. You actually considered every single aspect of your projects to be sustainable.
Correct.
And this is actually fitting our new normal, so that all your tenants who are going to be living there, they're actually going to be benefiting of all of these, all your offerings, basically, to stay home and safe.
Correct. Yeah.
Perfect. Okay. And I think, gentlemen, I think this is all for you today. Thank you so much for joining us. And I'll be asking May to stay on for a few more questions. Okay.
All right. Thank you, Lulu.
Thank you so much, Michaels. Thank you, Jess. All right. So May, the next few questions will be directed to you. So I'm going to elaborate a little more about your project, since you just explained to us a little bit on how they're sustainable. So we want to know a little bit more of the project itself. So among your current projects at the moment, which have become the most in demand? And what do you think makes these stand out from the competition?
Okay, so we've experienced good sales take-up and generated favorable feedback coming from our home buyers of Island Residences Sukat. Aside from having a good location and the project being transit-oriented, our clients have articulated that they like having huge open spaces and greeneries for their hobbies. Also, they like having better air and natural lighting. They're very excited to experience the better energy consumption. And most especially, they like the project because it is pedestrian friendly. Lulu, most of the vehicular traffic would pass through the basement. So your kids can really go outside and play without having the fear of having cars passing through. So it's very pedestrian friendly.
Perfect. Thank you so much. So you mentioned a little bit more about your commercial project, right? Island Bay Plaza earlier. So this was actually recently topped off, right? Could you tell us a little bit more about this project, about the entire project, and perhaps a little bit more on how it was topped off and the affordability of this current project?
Okay. So Island Bay Plaza is a green-inspired, sustainable, and innovative office solution that delivers essential for business connectivity. It is located at the MOA complex, very near NAIA. It's 15 minutes away from NAIA. And then having employees in mind, the office is really near transportation hubs, and it's also well linked in the MRT and LRT stations. We also have 2 floors of retail spaces, so employees can access banks, restaurants, cafes, convenience stores. So we are also looking at having half of the building leased out. We're 50% leased out right now. So for those people who are looking for office spaces, our unit cuts are 350 to 400 square meters for the corner units, and the inner units would be about 170 square meters. We have 10 units to a floor. So we're very excited that we've topped off just recently, and we're poised to really turn over our units by Q2 of next year.
Fantastic. Congratulations. All right. So to sum up today's session, I have one last question for you, May. So could you tell us a little bit more? What's next for Island?
Okay, there's actually a lot, Lulu. We're bringing Island Residences brand in the north very, very soon with Island Residences Cloverleaf. This is a 40-story residential condominium along EDSA, Balintawak. So this development is also going to be LEED certified as well. We're also developing Island Offices Makati. This is a modern, sustainable, low-rise boutique office and a commercial building located at San Lorenzo Village in Makati. And I think the biggest project that we're planning is the 7-hectare integrated premier resort in Clark, Pampanga, which will cater to the hospitality market and will offer multiple events and recreational facilities. But last but not the least, I'd like to share to everyone who are very interested in Island Residences Sukat. We have a limited offer giving 5% discount on our 2-bedroom units, which we started this November or this month. Please feel free to contact our property specialist so you can really avail of this special scheme. You have to hurry because we have limited slots for the 5% discount.
Okay, so my last question, an add-on actually to the last question for you, May. If a property seeker is interested in one of your units or your projects as a whole, how would they go about to contacting you?
So for those interested in our properties, you can actually visit us at island.com.ph. That's our website. And you can also message us in our Facebook and our Instagram pages called island.ph. So we're very excited to receive your inquiries and your messages for Island Residences Sukat and the other projects as well.
And that concludes our session today on this Lamudi webinar series episode, Quality and Sustainability, a new player in the industry builds both for the Filipino, in partnership with Island. During this session, we discovered learnings about the developer and their projects, their outlook on the current state of real estate, and their take on sustainability and LEED certification. For our viewers today, if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to Island directly or by leaving us a comment below. Once again, I'm Lulu of Lamudi, Philippines, and joining me today are Michael Cosiquien, Chairman of Island, Jess G, Chua, President of Island, and May Lopez, Vice President and Business Unit Head of Island. Once again, thank you everybody for joining us today and for watching today's episode. Stay safe.